So good day, Professor. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. So this is our code. This is the holder code. So here we have the list of include statements. We have, as you can see, the boss implement, boss header, and customer.h, customer.cpp, and then our main file. So we have included our headers and then some additional features as well. As you could see in the main section, actually, our program is about the online marketing. So let's start it. We have here boss. Actually, in our program, we have boss, we have the customer. And whenever we enter our program, we would choose whether we want to be a boss and add some products, or want to be a customer and then choose the products. Yes, you would see as we go through our program, you would just realize what kind of things that we have used here. So here, as you can see, we would welcome to our program and then just give you the list of sections, whether you want to be boss, customer, or you want to exit. Okay, let's go a little below. So here, as you can see, we have used a switch statement and case one. And this is the boss section. In the boss section, whenever you enter the boss, you have to type your password and then log in. Otherwise, you would not be able to do that. So, Professor, we would send you the the list of the login and then password, and with that, you would be allowed to enter our program. So, in this, could you move upwards? Main.cpp, yeah. So here, whenever you enter the login and password, it would check, as you could see here in main.cpp, it would check, and if it matches, you would be allowed to enter to our program. And then in boss implement, you would be able to add some products, or you would be able to see the purchase history. Purchase history is about the customer. When the customer chooses some kind of product from our online market, the boss could be would be able to see what kind of things were bought and what kind of amount, how much amount has been spent. So here, as you can see, we have add items. In add items, we have lots of data, data types and lots of variables. All the things are related to this add items function. So here we would ask what kind of product that you are going to add. For example, the name, it can be smartphone or laptop, right? So, and then after adding that, here, our aim is that you, whenever you are adding something or whenever you're typing something, you don't have to type some kind of numbers or doubles, integers, or other than strings. And that's why we have used here the exception handling topic, right? And it is a previous topic. So here it would be checking that, well, it would be doing the validation. And after the successful entering, it would just add the product name. And this follows, this kind of thing is the same with how many products you're going to add. For example, if instead of typing, I have added 10 products, you could type for example, A or B or any kind of string or any kind of character. And this would not be allowed to you. So here, as you can see, we also have the cost. A little below, we have the cost. And there, this is the same with the exception handling. Okay, you know what is it. After that, we are going to ask if you just give any kind of discounts or not. If yes, how much % are you going to enter? If not, go through and then you have added successfully all the items, all the information about one item. One item, this, whenever we have typed in, one item would be stored in a database that we have created as a row. And this item could be accessed and could be gotten from the customer side. And this customer would be introduced by Firuz, but right now I would just talk about the history of the purchases. In the history of the purchases, well, after customer enters something, we would be able to access the database of the customers, which is customers.txt file, right? Here, as you can see, that is here. And we would get the, as you can see, the name of the customer, surname, phone number, address, chosen products, cost, and all the things about this. And this also would be displayed in a row. Yeah. So what else do we have? On the below side, we have used multiple programs, and this is actually the menu of the boss. For example, you could add items, you could like watch the history, get the history, or exit. So one important thing here is that whenever you are adding something, or whenever you are going to just get the history, you would get it. But at the end, after completing everything, you would exit our program and then come again, enter again, and then be a customer if you choose, or you could be boss again. Yeah. So here on the below side, we have some additional functions, because whenever we were going to get the appropriate login and password, we had to like validate it, right? So here we have Boolean operation, it returns true or false according to the condition in if statement. And here we have set, get functions. Yes, it is simple. It would like get the password and then return the password. And that's it. So as you could see in the import products, you would be getting the products from the like list of products that you have typed in from your side, from the boss side when you are boss. So looking at the boss header case, the boss header file. In the boss header file, you could see here all the functions that we covered. Yep, all the things are public, like the things that are public here. And then also we have functions that we have used throughout our program. Yeah. So here, as you can see, there are some public variables, but they are not like bad things to use here, because whenever we're planning to get some data members to public, whether to public or like to private, we have chosen the ones to include in private, which are the full name of the boss and the login information and then password information, because it has not to be gotten from other side, from client side or from other file, for example. But others, which are the product discount, product cost, product number, can be gotten from the customer side. So this was our intention. And right now, Firuz is going to give some information about the customers. Okay, what kind of information do you have?
Dear Professor, I'm responsible for customer section, and let me tell you a little bit more about that. So when user enters to the customer section, here we create an object. So here, and when we create an object, it calls a constructor. So let me show you the constructor. Let me show you. Okay, here. So it welcomes to the online shop. So here we have customer's name, so phone, address, and we prepared so special static ID that generates every time when you create an object. So here, after user enters his data, so we import all the things to the txt file. So you can see here customer's name, customer's phone, customer address, and etc. So after we enter our user enters his data, so we have bool variable. So to create menu, so we have string choice, and I get product list from the boss implement.cpp. So and choice is given to the user. So user is able to write the name of a product, and if it's the same as in the product variable, so it adds to the chosen product. So you can see here, and it minuses from the product number. So here also, let me tell you about that. So I didn't know about the other way how to do that. So if it's more than main boss.x, so it gives us invalid input. Try again. I made it because I didn't know how to make it properly. So here I have go to statement. So let me tell you, after user enters the name of product, and it's in the product automatically is added to the chosen product list. So here user can whether go to the product list again, show purchase products, or is it exit. So so here we have a switch case. So if let me tell you, from the first, I declared a string variable character. So I made it because if user enters something except numbers, it returns invalid input and continue. But if users inputs numbers, here you can see here, if user inputs numbers, it converts string variable to the integer. So, and then we have switch cases. Case 1, continue and break. So case 2, we have users gets chosen products list, and after it goes back to here. So user is able to choose again. So I think that's all for main.cpp. So let me tell you about that in customers.cpp, about some validation tricks. So here we have customer's name. So no, let me tell you about that first. We have generated ID. So I made it static in the customers.age. I will show you that later. So every time, let me show that just. Every time when we add users, when we add customers, it converts integer to the string and minuses from its one. Yeah, you understand what I mean.
From the ID, right?
Yes, from the ID. So here, let me tell you about customer's name. So here we have name 1, name 2. Name 1 is considered to be a first name. Here you can see that user have to input his name. So here, if the input of the user does not contains anything except letters, so it will return invalid name. Please try again. So, but if it contains only letters, this local variable adds data to the global variable. So here we have the same with name 2. So you can see here, first not off, So here, so letters. Here we I wrote so get functions in order to get customer's name. So here let me tell you about customer's phone number. So here we have a phone variable, so it's string. When user enters his phone number, the first thing that it checks is the length of the input. So if it's not equal to 13, it gives us a wrong number. So here, and after that, it check if it passed the check. So and then it checks for if the first character is plus. If it's plus, it goes further. So here I wrote get function, so it's simple. Set customer address. So here we have cout to city. So and user has to write his city, and the city shouldn't contain any numbers. So we try to validate it in that way. So I've already explained it above. So here we have get functions. So I already told you about customer's ID. So here we have get functions. So I don't know who wrote it. So we just
which one do you mean? So this one, right?
This code. Yeah, this code
okay.
to main function.
Okay.
So here. Okay. Here you can see the way I added to the chosen product list. So we have an array, and every time when user adds a product, it adds it to that variable, and every time the array pluses per one. So here here we check first if it's opened or not. So if successfully, it writes it to the product, to the customers.txt. So Jasurbek is able to get it into both section.
Yeah, from the database.
So when we, yes, from database. So here we have get chosen products. So I already show you in the main.cpp that a user can call that function. So you can see that I wrote a for loop. So every time, so it's just simple. It's print on this. It's print the products that's chosen by the user. So on the screen. So that's easy. And every time you can see here, initially total is equal to 0. So and every time when a user adds a product, so totals plus chosen products cost, Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Now let us show you our project in action.
So let's not confuse you with so much code, and we let you to see what kind of output or what kind of result will give our product, our program. We would run our program first of all, and you would see what happens.
First.
So here we have it, program. Welcome to online market. First of all, if you're going to enter for boss, yeah, here we got the login, and you have to type that login. For example, the login is, we would send you what kind of login we would be entering. This is admin. Yep. And after you enter, it would ask the password. But here, the password was like quadruple 0. But instead of that, let's enter another password. Instead of that, for example, instead of that 0, just enter any password. Yeah, see, here it has. After getting the incorrect password, it would say that, yes, you have typed the incorrect password, and wait for some time. It would like return to its own state whenever you are entering the login and password, and you would be told that it's attempt 2. Actually, one thing here to note is that whenever you reach third attempt, whenever you enter tripled like 3 times incorrect password, you would be getting to the end, like to the beginning of the program. Understood? Because you had not entered properly, like 3 times, not only 2 times, but 3 times as well. See, returning to main menu, and that's it. And then you would run the program again. Just exit this. So from there, and then run it again. It would not allow you to enter multiple times if you don't know code. Yeah, admin and then password is quadruple 0s. Yeah, here we have it. We have entered successfully. We have the choice either to like add some things, so some items, or we could just get the history of the purchase. Let's give some input and like add some items. Yeah, add some items, for example. Here we have it, product's name. Let's enter some kind of number. Let's challenge ourselves, enter any number. Yeah, you have taped values that are not strings of characters, right? Because product name cannot be number. It has to be some kind of name. So input the again and then name. For example, it could be earphones. Earphones, how many earphones? And here, just enter, for example, any kind of name. For example, my name, how many? It could not be like appropriate input, but anything. Yeah, they are not digits, see? We have to input integers here. Let's input the integers. For example, any kind of number you want, just 100. How much? And here, it also checks here. If you enter some kind of letter or other things, it would validate and give this, you have typed incorrectly, but you've seen all the things that we have like given to you, the error handling. Let's enter the appropriate value. How much? The earphones could be $50, yes, 50. Okay, 15. So here we have it. If you want to add some kind of discounts, for example, percentage, and it would be available to you, or if you don't want the customers to be able to get some products with some discount, you just type N. But here we would type Y, which is yes. Yeah, how much discount you want, the percentage. You could type any percentage for earphones. It's only $15, but okay.
Maybe 25.
Or 25%. It's for free, right? So here you have it. You added the products, and then this thing that you have added, earphones, and then like how much, how many, and what kind of discount, if there are any discounts, this whole thing would be added to the database as a row. Understandable? And whenever you try multiple times, for example, 10 times, 20 times, all the rows would be multiple. For example, you could enter, for example, laptop, and then all the information about it. For example, phone, smartphone, information about it, all the things would be displayed in the database, in a TXT file, inside the file on your computer. Yeah. So here we have it. Let's just exit this and then turn to customer side, because Firuz would add something from the customer side and we would be getting that information or that history from the customer side. Yeah, it's intuitive.
Wait, so for something.
So let's look at the customers, Firuz. What kind of things are you going to cover? So
Continue.
okay. So whenever you are entering the customer side, it was written by Firuz. So here, whenever you enter as a customer, you have to type your name. Yeah, like ID, it's like your name, first name, for example, any kind of name.
Okay.
Okay, my name. Okay, so last name, Mamurov. Okay, so here, one thing here important is that Firuz added validation, right, for phone number. And actually the standard numbering system or standard numbering system for the phones starts from the like plus, right? And then continues in this way, according to any other country's code. Here, since we are in Uzbekistan, we wanted to type in 998 form. And you have to type with plus and all the numbers that you have, all the 13 numbers that you have, all 13 characters. For example, type any number that you know, for example. Okay, here it is. So here we have the city, any kind of city you want, but the city where the customer lives. For example, my city is Namangan. Yeah, see, you entered to our program, you have entered to our database, and you've gotten all the products that we have added. Yeah, we have added just not 7 products, as you can see. We have added only this all like at the end, right? Earphones, but you also have the computer and phone, tablet, notebooks, and so on. We have added those things beforehand. Whenever we wanted to just get the product names. So here we have it. Let's enter MacBook. Okay. We have entered the MacBook, right? And after that period of time, when you enter the MacBook, here, as you can see, we have like product amount, product cost, product discount, right? This amount would be decreased, would be decremented, because just it's intuitive from the list. If you take something, they would be less of it. For example, 499, for example, if it's 500, right? So here we have it. Here we have 1, 2, and 0, the choices. You could either go to the product list again, or you could show the purchased products by you, or you could exit and you've done all the things. Yeah, you have purchased everything if you want. For example, let's go to the product list again. It means you would be buying something again from the list. Okay, see here, MacBook. MacBook is 499. It was 500. And you have taken one, and it is 499. For example, let's get from here, for example, phone. Yeah, it's much affordable, phone. Yeah, phone, here it is. We entered, and we have, see here what it's saying. Product was successfully added to your basket. Why basket? Means that we planned that the customer would be able to get, or just would be able to purchase multiple things at a time. Because whenever you enter to any kind of market, you will be buying multiple things, not like whenever you enter, you just purchase one thing and you exit and then enter again and purchase another thing. No, you are like getting all the things that you want, you are adding to your basket. And then at the end, you will be paying and doing everything and like giving some information to writing some information to a database of customers, to the history that could be seen by boss of this online market. Here, let's show the first products. Actually, we have used the MacBook and then phone, right? Here's the thing. We have taken only MacBook and phone, and total 4,500. You have to pay this one. So actually, all these things like MacBook and the cost and the information about the customer and all the things were recorded or written to the database. So let's see that from the boss side. Let's exit this. And then run it again. So let's go to boss. Admin, yeah. Password. Yeah, here it is. Show the history of purchases. So here we have it. I am Mamurov Jasurbek, and these are my information. All of them is my information and all the things that I have bought. And on the about side, Firuz just recently have bought something from that market. That's why here is his information about his purchase. So that's it. All we were going to cover. These things were the things that we wanted to cover in our program. And I think this is the ending. So
thanks for your attention.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
bye.
you. Thank you for your attention and time. Stay safe and healthy. This was our product. And we are Mamurov Jasurbek and Feruzjon Rakhmonkulov.
Yeah.
Thank you.